Hi guys, Sam from IDF Gear Review here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the DCS DA plate carrier by Warrior Salt Systems. For those of you that are not familiar with the company, they're a British company based in Hereford, UK, which is the same place where the SCS is based. So it comes as no surprise that they build some great equipment that is also used by many units around the world, including some top special forces in the UK and others. So let's get right down to it. For those of you who like to carry a lot of pouches, a lot of gear, a lot of equipment with you, this plate carrier is super compact and yet has a lot of real estate. Let me tell you what I mean. You have the entire front that's covered in moly, obviously the back too, but on the sides it's almost 360-degree coverage of moly that you have here, which you don't usually see in plate carriers that are this compact. Obviously it's not as compact as those super high speed, low drag plate carriers, but as far as this is concerned, you can't really do any better than that for that size plate carrier. So it was built for 9x12 SAPI plates. You can also put side plates in there, similar sized. Basically, to open it up, you just pull up the front flap, and then you have two big handles. Rip apart and then just replace once you want to close the plate carrier, basically like that. Moving on, you have these two loops in the front for carrying extra equipment. You've got these for cables / antennas that you want to run through it, so it keeps it neat in place. You have one over here too. Going to the back, it's a similar system, so you also have the flap that goes up, and over here you can actually adjust the size of the cummerbund, so you can actually pull it out like this. I'm done the same way, so it's kind of, there you go. So you see you can actually pull it in and actually reduce the amount of moly. So if you, let's say, don't want to run a lot of moly here, you want to have one pouch, no problem. You want to run 3 pouches simultaneously, just put it back in there, and there you go. Now you can run a few pouches simultaneously, not a problem. So that's pretty neat. So in the back you have these 2 loops again, like in the front, for tying down equipment or lanyard or whatever you got. Over here in the back you have the carrier handle for carrying out someone who's wounded, or carrying your plate around, I guess. I don't know, that's not how I carry my plate, but everyone's got to do their thing. On the shoulders, on the left side, there is a quick release buckle that's covered. So if you want to take off the plate carrier without taking off someone's helmet when they're wounded or something like that, that's perfect. It's not to be confused with an emergency release system, which is either a cord or the snap buckles that you have on either side. Those are a different system. You do not have that in this plate carrier, but they do sell it. So this one doesn't come with it, but it is available. I don't know if in all the colors, but it is available. So moving on, the shoulders. When you open these over here, you can basically adjust, tighten, and adjust the shoulder straps based on your size, and just close them back up again. Just like that. There you go. In the front and back, on the 3 top loops of moly, you have velcros. You can attach anything you need on there. So weirdly enough, in the back you have 2 interior sleeves, one for soft armor, one for hard armor. So you have soft armor over here, and then in the back there's the second one, which is for the plates, for the hard armor plates, like I have one running here. So there you go, closes up nicely. In the front, however, there's only one. Why that is, I'm not sure. I think they wanted to avoid too much bulk in the front, so there isn't that much. There's just the one opening. So moving right on to the inside of the plate carrier, you have this very thick 3D mesh over here, at least 8 millimeters, very, very thick. I've rarely ever seen mesh this thick on the inside of a plate carrier. Very, very comfortable, very good for sweat wicking. The one note I do have is they have this kind of felt on the top, which I'm guessing is for attaching some kind of velcro that you want in there. However, it ends up tearing off my patches every time I take off my plate carrier. I'm always missing patches and I always know where to look. It's always there on both sides, for the record, and I always have to end up looking there because I know they're always stuck there. Always rips off my name tag. On the shoulders, you have very thick mesh again. It's not the same mesh, it's not 3D mesh, but it is some kind of mesh. Very, very comfortable, very thick. They're not removable, I believe. So moving on to materials, as you can see, this is OD green. It's available in a whole variety of colors, black, and I think 3-4 other colors. Warrior Salt System says they treat this to be IR signature resistant, UV resistant, and resistant against mildew. Now, I can attest to that. This plate carrier has been used in active duty for over 2 years. Now, the only creases you see are in the mollies because there were pouches on here, which I'll show soon. But take a look at the overall look of this plate carrier after 2 years of use. It's unbelievable. I've been with this in the rain, in the mud. It doesn't matter, this thing just won't go down. So, seeing as I'm in Israel, I've been able to test this in the hottest temperatures possible. And I can tell you that this is very, very well regulated for temperature. Because of the 3D mesh, it is very cool, keeps you nice and fresh, and even doesn't absorb the sweat. What I've had a problem with most plate carriers here in Israel, or I'm sure any soldier deployed in Afghanistan or Iraq, is that their plate carriers absorbs their sweat, which is terrible because it sticks to your back, mildew and all kinds of other problems, so you don't want that. So that 3D mesh is great for cooling. I would note the shoulder pads are very comfortable even when carrying for a long time. As you can see, they're well rounded out. When you buy them at first, they'll be a little stiffer, but they'll round out as time goes by. Now, for people who really like to customize their plate carriers, this plate carrier offers unlimited possibilities. Because you have so much real estate, because there's so much molly all over, you can really go nuts on these. Really, any kind of configuration you want, you can run it. Now, the good thing about this company is they also offer an insane amount of options with regards to pouches. I use this pouch for 5.56, and the amount of pouches that they offer, both for magazines, for utility pouches, for pistols, anything that you want, you can get pretty much. They design it, which is really great. Now, let me attach the pouches and show you what it looks like. I won't attach all the pouches, I'll just attach the ones that come standard with the plate carrier. So first of all, note about the pouches. They're woven moly, obviously. I much prefer that to the snap clips, which a lot of companies unfortunately still use. In my opinion, they break really quickly. I'm really not a big fan. Okay, and we're good to go. So these are some standard pouches that it comes with: a shingle and 2 separate mag pouches. These ones specifically are for 5.56. You have an admin pouch over here on top that can be tightened with, oh look a patch, that can be tightened with punching cords. You have 2 separate pockets in here. Put blood type patch on there and an Israeli patch for identification. There's also a pistol mag that it comes with. I usually put a Leatherman or multitasker in here. That's what I prefer in there. It comes with an IFAK pouch, fantastic IFAK pouch, place for scissors, Israeli bandage, gloves, etc. All the regular stuff. And a small and big utility pouch. So I have all kinds of things in there. Usually I run a bladder carrier on the back, which I run through these loops and then toward the front. You can have a backpack on here too. They sell at least 3-4 different kinds on their website. Fantastic. I have to say overall the quality of this plate carrier is absolutely phenomenal. So these plate carriers come in at about $180, which for a plate carrier of this quality is a steal. I don't think you can get any quality this good for a price like that anywhere on the market, which is why I love them so much. They're great plate carriers. I've used these for 2 years now, more or less 2 years on in the field, in the military, and I mean, I'll let the plate carrier speak for itself. Look at the condition it's in. Absolutely fantastic. So let's see what it looks like on. Like I said, you open the flap on the side, and there you go. Pop open the flap right here in the top, like this. Put this in here. Boom. Ready to go. Very compact, like I said. Feels great. Won't jump around a lot, especially if you tighten the cummerbund. I left it open to show how much MOLLE space you have, how much real estate you have. Generally, I tighten this a lot more, and this won't move a muscle. So, fantastic. Feels great. You can move around it, flexible. That's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit up our Patreon if you have the possibility to help out. Helps us a lot. Any questions, comments you have, please post them below. I'll try to answer everything I can if possible, and we'll see you on the next video.